All right, this is going to be for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, anywhere in your chart. Let's get your current energy and look what flew out. The first card, look at this, the Hermit. Okay, so this could be Aries. This could be somebody, this could be a Virgo you're dealing with, or this is you. It's like you reached the peak at, whatever you were looking for, you found. If this is you, you found out, and it kind of shocked you because you're going like, what? You have to look at things from a higher perspective, but you might be kind of shocked at what you see. Or this could be somebody, Aries, is gonna be shocked once they get to this, maybe a better view where they're watching you, and it's almost like, wow, you're in this energy. Happy squirrel. And then I split the deck again, and then the Page of Swords, but this is you. You're like happy. This is something that you're going off on an adventure. And look, with the sun right there in the tree, so you got a good sense of nature. And then you got the Queen of Cups, so you could be in this energy of love, and this, if this is somebody else, Aries, because this could be somebody else. You could be dealing with somebody else that's earth sign, but look at the wand. So this could be a fire and earth, like a cuss baby. This could be a person that could have left you in the past, or maybe they thought, because it's cold up here. Look, it's ice cold. So it could have been somebody that was cold with you. Maybe you broke up or something, but they could have been expecting you to be in a different energy. But look at you. They get to this peak and they're like, oh my God, you're happier than a mug. And look, they could be also watching you, get a different offer. Like all of a sudden, it's almost like you step into this different energy and you're excited, curious. You could be walking around and after somebody could have, could have, this person could have took from you. This could be an ex. But look, real quiet. So this person could have been sneaking, taking your ideas. This is somebody that just was taking from you. And somebody's finding out. You don't need them. It could be that too. You got another card. Look, they're watching you move on. You're waiting. What's next? So let's say this, Aries. If in the past you had somebody, because the Hermit is somebody that pulls away. Either somebody pulled away from you and didn't hear no noise, like you didn't chase, you didn't beg, you were like, okay, that's your decision, no problema. And you pull back. Look, again. I can't even move it. And look, after that card, it's like somebody's about to see you step into a new relationship, or this is just you being out here, enjoying the moment, just being present. Like, oh my God, who are you? You could be meeting somebody new. And look, there could be a Libra and a Virgo. But this was somebody that was cold. They got a staff like a fire sign. I don't know why I got it. And then a star right there. So it could be somebody fire with Aquarius or something like that. Because you have Libra. It's almost like if they pulled away from you, Aries, they were trying to serve you karma. Like, yeah, you're going to miss me or something like that. Or you did this to somebody else. Because some of you guys did. You did it. They said you could have entertained somebody else. And they're watching. They're like, what? They're watching you happy. And then with the nut right there, it's like, maybe you just busted a nut with somebody new, I don't know. But for some of you guys, even the tree, you could be a person that you're content with what God gives you. Maybe somebody thought you would be crawling back. Look, here we go again. You don't be messed up. I'm picking up this person. If you were tied to them in any kind of situation, they could have been trying to block you. For my ladies, they were trying to block you, like financial abuse you. Like, you can't go nowhere. You're not going to be happy nowhere on your own. And look, you have a lot of people watching you, Aries. And when they look and you turn around, you're different. Maybe they can't see exactly where you are or what you're doing in this world, or they're wanting to find out where, Aries, what are you doing? Because they wanted to keep you here. So there could be somebody watching you manifest like AF, I heard. And you got everything around. Like, you could have this magical energy, this touch that even death, look, if they sent you death, it turned back around because look, the sun is coming and you're victorious. There's something that somebody could have hurt you. It could have been a group of people. And what they expected, like if you could have tripped and fell, like fell from grace. And instead of getting up all angry, I'm gonna, retaliate. They're watching you because this person they hauled ass from a distance. They want to watch. Are they coming after me? So you could be dealing with somebody that was provoking you or something. I'm hearing. Look, the Queen of Swords, here they come. This could be a baby mama. Look, and even the baby's like, are you crazy? That isn't what happened. So even the kids, you can have. I'm hearing things are coming out to the light. And it could have been over this. Like, this person could have been your person. If you're a woman watching this, look, there could be somebody coming. They could have had a baby, and because it could be an Aquarius. I mean, Aquarius, Sagittarius. Maybe it is an Aquarius, but look, the Ace of Wands. You see this Ace of Wands? It's almost like, wait. I thought you wanted new passion. And it's almost like the angel busted him. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm getting a couple of downloads. So for some of you guys, you could have had somebody that was trying to trap you. If you're a lady, somebody was trying to trap you, but moving on, and it's their kid, and here you come with the truth. So if you was a side piece, it's almost like this person was trying to get away. You knew they had another person, or you didn't know, but the other person did. Now it's your turn. You're going to make a decision. Do I go or do I not go? There's a lot of burdens. You got the 10 of Wands right here with the 8 of Cups. You're going to have to use your intuition. Now, for some of you guys are going to choose to stay single. A lot of you guys with this, you have a 9 of Pentacles. But I feel that this is you in the 9 of Pentacles. Like, you know what? I'm gonna do me for this summer. I'm gonna see where I plant my seeds. See? Like you're gonna travel, you're gonna look, where do I invest my time? Look, you have more than enough. The coins are falling right here. So you're gonna be planting good seeds because you want this 10 of Pentacles. Remember, you're in the 9 right here. So you could be searching for somebody to, to build a family, to rebuild or something. I heard. Now look, with the Ace of Swords, there's somebody that wants to come back. The tree's like, what the hell? I don't know. Is it this tree? Yeah, somebody's sorry. Hey, can you please forgive me? For some of you guys, it could have been somebody that was, giving false rumors or something. 2 of Pentacles, look. But somebody's in there, they're in their head, like, what did I do? Blame it on the alcohol. But Aries, for a lot of you guys, you're just dealing with somebody that they didn't want you in this energy. And look, they wanted a heartbreak. They wanted you to carry all these burdens. They wanted you to be heartbroken, yet they didn't want you to leave. They didn't want you to leave. They wanted you to be up in your head, please use your heart. But you use your intuition, and it pissed them off. Look, it pissed somebody off because you said this is the kind of typical story where they try to play this jealousy game, is what I'm picking up. Like ladies, they could have tried to, play you with another woman, and you just said, hey, go ahead, and you turned around. If this is a male, the same thing. And the person that is in this reading, you have this energy of love, like, okay, it is what it is. Let me move on to the next. You remember these. Somebody could be pissed. You could be going back towards somebody with kids, or you have somebody that's coming in. Fast. Can we work this out, Aries, please, before the cycle closes? The world, the King of Swords. Somebody's worried. He's thinking, should I get off my? Mm-hmm. So you do have somebody coming, and they're pissed. So this is kind of like this. Keep it. What is it that Dave Chappelle? When keeping it real. So somebody could be watching at a distance. They're like, Aries is really gonna jump off the cliff. Even the dog is like, "Are you sure we're gonna leave?" Yep, I'm coming too. So you could have, I think you have a good amount of people. 11, when I said that, eh? So that could be a twin flame situation. Let's get, let's find out a little bit more. Yeah, see, look, we have right here that somebody's deep thinking. They're in their head. They're thinking and everything. It's kind of foggy and everything. And they don't see nothing out here. So if they tried to, if they broke up with you, maybe they thought they could find something out better, out there. But look, in the street, there's nobody out there. It's dead. This is the typical person, you could have a friend that could tell you, no, leave him and everything. You'll find somebody better, but there's nobody out there. Maybe not better. Maybe there is. And somebody's reflecting. So if they left your ass out, look, somebody's sitting there going, oh my God, did I make the right choice? Because right now it's retrograde. So you might have an ex coming back. But they're saying right here, look, they're a snake. They're in the dark right now. So they're trying to find a way back to your light. Looking for, look, missing you and looking for you. But you're too silent. I don't know, but something you're doing in silent, keep it going. What's your angel number? Some of you guys, you're just focused on your coins. Look, this one came out. It says expansion. 222. You may be seeing that. It says, I am open to the infinite possibilities of expansion. I embrace new opportunities and step out of my comfort zone. My life is continuous journey of growth and exploration. So this is what I'm picking up. Aries, for a lot of you guys, you could have been in a relationship, long relationship. You could have been dealing with somebody they didn't want to compromise, they didn't want to change. This person was stuck in just, making your life a living hell is what I'm hearing. So you could have decided, like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for my freedom. 15, 15, that's 6, 6, 15, that's 12, that's 3. So yes. And by you doing that, it's like you got a taste of freedom. And you could have had somebody that was controlling your finances, and you said, you know what, I might struggle a little bit. You got me, God, and God's like, dale gas. Give it some gas, I heard. And you start to get out here, and the more that you feel free, the less stress, you can sleep better. You might not have a lot, but for a lot of you guys, you're like, oh my God. I could grow now. Look, it was 15, 15, now it's 16, 16. And then you got 50, 50. So you got to the point where you said, you know what? If I stay here, it's gonna be the same shit. Same thing, same thing. It's like you're talking to a wall. Hey, are you gonna have this paperwork? And it's yeah, tomorrow, the next day. I don't know, but that came up, some kind of paperwork. You said, the hell with this. Now this person could have went out of their way to block you, but as they're seeing or they're noticing, even if you're quiet some way or another, they're having the people, you saw how many spies were there, and they're watching you, and that you're silent, but you might be doing good. For some of you guys, you look better, and they're tripping out. Look, completion. They know it's over, and they know you have divine support. 111. You've been manifesting, or you're about to. You just got to leave the past in the past, and some of you guys have. You've been patient, and you adapt. Like if they throw you in the middle of the ghetto, you're gonna be in the middle of the ghetto. You're okay. You make friends, and some people might say, "Man, he won't last or she won't last in there." For some of you guys, it's you're from the hood, and then they throw you into to a church, and then you start leading the pack. I don't know. I heard something like that for some of you guys. It's like they didn't think. Maybe they were betting against you, is what I heard. Look, divine protection, 60-60. I am protected by the divine in all that I do. Some of you guys, they were pissed when I read that. It's like if you were, in the past, you could have been doing, this is exciting, right? Why? You could have been doing dirt, and they were mad. Why? Why are you so protected? And you could have been dealing with fuckers that were dealing with all these other kind of bullshit, witchcraft, being, I don't even want to mention it. And you didn't believe that you were protected by God. And it says it right here. It says right here, look, I am protected by the what? The divine in all that I do. And people could trip out like, how could God use you? Because you believe, you trust. But they didn't. You did. It says right here, I trust in the universe, guidance, and protection. I am safe and secure, knowing that I am always guided towards my highest good. Ooh, that made me, that excited me. So you could have some people like from the past, and they could have been, with all their junk, whatever they believe, that's them. If you get offended, who cares? But God is God, and you know what? Some of you guys, yeah, they could be pissed. They could be watching, and they're like, how? How could he still be striving, surviving, or you could be a woman, a lady, you could have left a cult or something. They didn't think, oh yeah, you're gonna trust God, and you're a lady, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna trust God. And 13, 13, today's the 13, 13. You could have Scorpio in your chart, and you achieving, like you're moving forward. These people could be doing witchcraft left and right. Yeah, you get sleepy, you get chorro, that's diarrhea. But 333, you could be seeing that. It's just you following your guidance. Every time they slow you down, it's like you get blessings. And then you get to rest. Even better. Expansion. Again, 222. You see the synchronicities. So every time they do, witchcraft, just they're finding out. Look, inner strength. Look, 59, 60. So some of you guys could be born in 59, or you could be 59 or 60-year old. For some of you guys, 21. If somebody took your connection, you didn't make a lot of pedos. That means farts, but it means like you didn't make a big deal. You gave it to God. No matter how dirty they could have done you, you knew you were on a mission. If this is look, your divine purpose, 41, 41. And look, you're having the courage. You're just taking, it's almost like, I heard taking it easy, bitch. Yes, look, 10, 10, 5, 5, 5. That means it equals 10. But it's like a change. You could have been ambition, and now you just take it slow. You're listening, you're watching, observing, more listening, like for the guidance. For a lot of you guys, God talks to you in just a unique way, and you're finding the confidence. Look, somebody could be born on the 28th, but that's still 10, 10. It's like, all right, I close this chapter, I move to this one, I learn about this, and you look, your achievements, you're a little bit more detailed, and it's like courage, and it's like, man, I'm not trying to come back for this. Yes, and you're having fun, you're exploring. Let's see, let's get a couple of these before we close it out. I think you're doing good, Aries. Anywhere in your chart, if this is resonated, even if you picked up the title, you'll know. Some of you Aries, no, you're behind, way behind. Yeah, some of them. Why? No. Yeah, there's some that are too prideful. When she hits it says you have a bullseye on your head. Oh my God! This is as you become a success in spirit, it will feel as if you have a bullseye. For some of you guys couldn't take the heat, Aries. Why are you scared? Don't be scared, bitch. That's what I'm channeling. Hope. Man or woman, but this was somebody that he talks a lot of shit, but can't handle it. No, 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 don't be scared. I don't know. For some of you guys, yeah, it's like karma. You could be having bad thoughts to a person, and then here comes, man, I tell people, man, didn't you see that shit in Vegas? Two social media guys, they're locals out there. That's why, man, my respect for everybody. They can do whatever they do. That's their channel, yamonos. But to insult, man, I've been telling, who was it on the last message? You never know a person. They could be going through the harshest times. And then you say something crazy, something stupid. Hombre, no, 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 no. Es mejor, look. Love overcomes evil. God fights because look, there's some people out, and I'm getting a channel message, Aries. For some of you guys, somebody gambled and lost on you, and they're pissed. This is like in a relationship. They're pissed because, if they play games, oh, he's gonna run back or she's gonna run back, and you, if you're dating, you didn't run back. You said, okay, that's it, good, okay, vámonos. And look, you say, why worry? This flew out. Like God is gonna handle it. So you could have been a person that, like, maybe they knew you would always handle it, but God is having you to deal with, you know, deal with it differently is what I'm picking up. So yeah, yeah, okay. So yeah, it's almost like, are you gonna trust me or not? And so other people may be looking, and here they are poking the bear, and then and God's watching you. Are you gonna react and all that? Because a lot of us, God has a different purpose, each one of us. But I was just picking up on that. So you could be like sitting back and like, God, and it's, you know the process. So if they're humiliating, they're tracking you, they're watching you, and the more they invest, like gang stock or whatever, the more they're about to receive the karma, and you're just chilling. It's like having God right there, and what else you want? Okay, I'm gonna do it like that. Bitter ass baby mama or daddy, that could be it. It's almost like you're not doing nothing to them. When that door closed, it closed, and you just carried on. It might have not been what you wanted, man or woman, but yeah, there's somebody. Yeah, they're scared, like, oh my God, ándale, cabrón, para que se le quite de hablador, man or woman. Because yeah, there's some of you guys, yeah, just give it to God. You'll be good. Now, for some of you guys, this deck fell out, okay? It was over here. Some of you guys, you're about to meet somebody. Aries, yes. This says right here, been gone or disappeared. This is a person that's been gone for a while. Sexy is an energy, not a body type. So, oh, my ladies, my men, there's something different about you. You deal with people in a different energetic vibration. Yes. So, somebody has ability to, I'm hearing like a gift to be around you. Because for some of you guys, it, it, it's not even about the looks. And this is what trips people out. You could be, maybe they don't find you as attractive, but once they taste you, olvídate. They're like, what? Yeah, because look, and then this one loves giving head, roadhead. So this could be for my ladies. You got a man, unless it's an Aries that likes that, but who knows? In the lunchbox, pero this is a this is somebody that, like, if you're driving, and it could be a lady that's listening to it, you're like, man, I like to give roadhead. And this person, they could, some of you guys, you could experience a crash, or got off the road, or you had a park, but be careful. Yes. But it says right here, the body, your energy. Some of you guys could experience the Kundalini experience, but they could have disappeared. And it's almost like if you're driving in the desert, it could have been an alien. You could have picked up somebody, and in Mexico they call it La Llorona. No, that's in the river. I don't know, but there was something like that. And the truck driver picked up a lady. Yes. But anyways, I don't know whose is that, but it says bitter baby mama. What else? It says a shame you caught them in their lies. So some of you guys, you could have caught them, giving roadhead or something in the Indian reserves, for whoever that is. It says trust in God's plan and smile and laugh. Anything in this world, whatever life experience you're having, if you're going through any difficulties, my advice to you is don't take it serious. If a chapter, just happened to close in somebody's life, and you didn't get no closure, and they disrespected you, fuck it, chingue su madre. In Spanish, they say chingue su madre. And it's kind of fucked up because it's like, fuck their mother, But yeah, you want financial freedom, you're working to get it there. Some of you guys are like, man, they left me with nothing. Don't worry, if you don't seek revenge and you stay on track, God is gonna have you building something different. Mm-hmm. Trust in God's plan, smile and laugh. Again, I don't know who needed to hear that, but God fights your battles, and God fights battles we can't see. So why worry? It's like, that's why I don't even trip, man. Before, olvídate. Yeah, there's somebody in here like picking up on the energy. This is channeled. Like there's one of you guys, man or woman. I'm getting like a ruthless woman, like you would find them, and they didn't expect you. You were bold, beautiful. Still, I heard if you're a lady, it says, and so damn sexy. Like you took your power back. I don't know, but that's like aggressive as some of you guys. Yes, you met your match, or you're about to. There's somebody that's gonna pick your ass up, because for some of you ladies, you were picking up somebody like Like if you were the man, you were in your masculine energy. I heard you slap him back and forth. You better not come right now. And he's like, "Espérate." Yes. You liked it that way. So maybe in another life you were more masculine, right? Or the man. The man. Look, it says they're ready now. Now, somebody could be like, they weren't used to it. You could have scared them, Aries. If you're a lady, you're like, fuck. You could have a high sex drive. Look, it says right here, I don't have a dirty mind. I have a sexy imagination. You scared the shit out of them, but they're ready now. You and I are gonna be really good at being bad. Aries, they're ready now. So they could have left somebody, they had to forgive and let go of somebody like, hey, I gotta break up with you. I found somebody. hmm And it could be Aries. It could be an Aries. It was a road. Anyways, God is dealing with those who try to destroy you. And some people don't believe that. And then they come across somebody that, órale, and it's not your job to fight back. Anything else they need to know? Every someone. It says, your success, your stability is more important. So yeah, you're not pulling. If you're dealing with people that are trying to cause you any kind of blockages or trying to stop you in any way, you're not putting up with it. You just, God, do you see? Yes, okay, awesome. And then you go around like those people that they don't want to move their feet. You ain't tripping. You just let me go here. That's what I'm hearing, something like that. So you could be, if you were like in if you were, I was gonna say, if you were dealing like with somebody that was trying to financially, take from you to not leave, and for some of you men, you were dealing with that. But for my ladies, like they didn't want you. You could be dealing with somebody that had a lot of money. Maybe whatever they did, with work, some of them were good and some of them was not. It wasn't nothing to talk about, but it was big money, and they thought that you were afraid to lose them. For some of you guys, you got fed up and you're like, man, money is not worth it. It's not worth it to be with this person. You could have had a good lifestyle, and then you're looking. I'm hearing no like that. So you forgave, you let go. Get your emotions in check. So if that's you that wants to leave, is it worth the money there? Mm, their bitch ass can't take accountability. I didn't show that. So you're dealing with somebody that can't take accountability. Yes. Look, you took your power back. If they were doing witchcraft and all that, pues a huevo, you were like a dummy, man or woman that says nothing wrong with a good girl having a naughty side. I'm telling you, for some of you guys, you're gonna meet somebody that's gonna meet your match when it comes to love. Put it in the comments. I'm ready for love. I'm ready for the right one. Not just anyone, the right one. See, it says right here, did too much, crazy bitch. So some of you guys, if you could be the lady that's like, fuck, you did too much. It says, don't forget how freaky, magnetic, and amazing you are. This person, if you're this one that's saying this right here, did too much, crazy bitch. This is somebody that, if you're a lady, this is a man, he couldn't handle or match your energy. No, that's how you know there's a red flag. Yes, he probably just wanted to run around, and you're like, what? That was only 3 minutes. And this, he could have the money and everything. You're looking at the clock, my clock's there, and you're like, oh, that's it. No. And the other person, he might spit right when he feels that, when it could be knocking on the door, and but that one I'm hearing, he ain't no shame in his game. He's like, don't you worry. And he'll, do other things around educational purpose, to caress other, and it lights your fire sign. Mm-hmm. And it says right here, they all on your ass. Like you just kissing every inch, and then when he gets like, you know, his power back where it just, lifts up, then it's on like Donkey Kong. That's what I heard, Donkey Kong. So you're like, man, this other one went around 3 minutes. This one beats right away, but he caresses every inch of your body. And 2 extra rounds. So I see you guys, yeah, definitely. While God is dealing with the one that was trying to destroy you, you know, the one that just wanted one round turn over 3 minutes, narcissistic, telling you you weren't all that. He is making it your fault because they can't get up. Man, get out of here. He was insecure. We we all been there. Like a shame you caught them in their lies. Yes, this is a person could have told you, yeah, I'm this big guy. 30 minutes, you get 1 hour. You don't even know what I'm gonna do, and then you get there and it's crickets. You're sleeping like my dog. Like, oh, he's right there. I thought you said, no, hombre. That's why mejor mira, calladito. Your ex knows they are a piece of shit. Oh my God, this is getting, let's put it up before we get into it. We want to give love to the world, okay? Look, for some of you guys, because you have this different way of looking at life, they're bitter as hell. You could be a bitter baby daddy. For my ladies, don't be bitter. Somebody, I'm telling you, when you show love, and it's not common. I know it's not common. Most people will be like, fuck that, but why? That's taking a shortcut. Like if you want to call them back, todo tonto. Some of you guys, you want to call them back to beat their ass. Like, no, you don't need to seek revenge. Look, cheated out of spite. I'm telling you, you don't need to do that. I know it triggers you and it triggers them if you do that, but why? Don't do it. Well, do whatever you want. Whatever you want. Increase in sales, money, money, money. So whatever you're doing in work, as long as you don't seek revenge, then you're not doing nothing dirty. Mucho dinero. Your siblings are so freaking jealous. Let's get out of here. Look, creating financial abundance. You're damn if you do and you're damn if you don't, is what I heard. That's what I got for you, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anywhere in your chart. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and comment.